What's up guys, Keenan here, your #1 Spider-Man PS5 fan. Today I'm bringing you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. If you're new to the channel and you don't know already, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is pretty much the only thing I talk about on this channel. So if that sounds good to you, be sure to subscribe and check out all of my other Spider-Man 2 videos. But I promised you guys in my last video that I would make a separate video talking about the abilities I would like the Symbiote suit to have in Spider-Man 2. So that's going to be the topic of today's video. Be sure to share all of the abilities you want to see in the game in the comments section down below. With that being said, let's go ahead and swing on into my list of symbiote suit abilities I want to see in Marvel Spider-Man 2. So right off the bat, I want to talk about skill trees. In my opinion, I think we should have a completely separate skill tree dedicated to the symbiote suit and the symbiote abilities. Once the story progresses and we get our symbiote suit, I think there should be a separate section within the menu dedicated to our symbiote abilities that we can unlock as we progress. As Peter gets used to the black suit and gains experience with it, we should be able to unlock new abilities with the black suit. I wouldn't want to automatically have all of these powers as soon as we get the black suit. I feel like there should be some sort of progression and a bit of a learning curve once you do have the symbiote suit. It's just a minor thing that I want for the game, but it's definitely necessary. Alright, next up we're going to pull a suggestion from one of my community posts. This one comes from my good friend Grayson, where he mentions that we need more powerful attacks that knock enemies away, unlimited webbing, and faster counterattacks and takedowns. These are all great suggestions, and like he said, they're all no-brainers. I mentioned in a previous video that I want to see brutality from the combat. I want to see finishes that make you question whether the guy you just beat up is still alive. I also mentioned in a previous video that I want to feel so much like a badass that it will make me never want to take off the black suit, which is pretty much the way that Peter feels when he has the suit on. The aggressive and brutal combat should challenge Peter's morals and everything he has ever stood for. That's the way I want to feel when I'm playing with this suit on. Okay, so next up, I want to see enhanced health and possible immunity to most, if not all, attacks. There have been cases where the symbiote suit and Venom are able to resist bullets, and I wouldn't mind the same being done for the black suit in this game. Or perhaps he isn't completely immune to bullets, but the damage he takes from them is significantly less than if he had the normal suit on. I feel like the only two things that should really challenge the symbiote suit is fire, loud noises, or high-pitched frequencies. Those are the two things that the symbiote has a weakness for, and should be just about the only thing that could stop the black suit. Let me know what you guys think about that. Alright, next up on my list isn't necessarily a gameplay ability, but I feel like it needed to be mentioned in this video. What I want to see from the symbiote suit is completely different animations for fighting, traversal, and swinging. I don't want to see reused animations from the normal suit. When I have on the black suit, I want a completely different experience in all aspects. So when it comes to combat, I don't want to see any of the normal takedowns. I want to see something completely different, and like I mentioned before, I want to see something more brutal. The swinging, dodging, jumping, and climbing animations all need to look and feel different. Doing this will help with the immersion of wearing the black suit. Alright, let's talk about tendrils now. Based on context clues and rumors I've heard about this game, I'm fairly certain that tendrils will be a part of the black suit experience. I definitely don't hate the idea of tendrils, but I want it to be done right. I don't want tendrils that pop out 30 feet away to take out an enemy. I feel like they should have just about the same reach or range that the Iron Spider arms would have, or maybe a little bit longer. And maybe the tendrils could be used as a suit power, where there's a limited time that you could use it, and it could be used for takedowns. It would be so cool to have a takedown where this tendril just pops out, grabs an enemy, and slams them down, or slings them across the street. Or perhaps the tendrils take down multiple enemies around the area. Miles has his Venom Blast that takes out a ton of enemies at one time, so why not incorporate something similar for Peter, but with the use of tendrils? Those are just some thoughts I have on it, and I'm sure most of you guys will disagree with how I feel about the tendrils, but let me know regardless in the comments, because I love to discuss this stuff. But guys, that's going to do it for my list of symbiote suit abilities that I want to see in Marvel Spider-Man 2. If you feel like I left anything out, be sure to let me know in the comments. I try my very best to respond to all of my comments. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.